Of course.
We're here on the Wolf Talk
Right.
podcast. We've got Matty the Jedi Floyd. How you doing, brother?
I'm good, brother.
It's been a while since we spoke to you. I don't think we spoke to you since you've had the Degal fight.
I thought I came over there. Was that before the Mosley fight or the DeGale fight?
No, I come to the Mosley fight, and then
I came and saw you after that. I came to your
yeah, it was just
your
before the
your
Degal
your.
fight, wasn't it?
I came and saw you. Oh, okay. Yeah.
So it
Oh,
was
because we went to a fight. I went to a fight there, didn't I? Was
yeah,
it Birmingham?
yeah, Wolverhampton, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Just next to Birmingham. I met you in Wolverhampton, and then you went to that fight on the night. I think it was that weekend you was fighting Degal.
Probably like a week later or something, or the two. Probably yeah. A couple of weeks later, maybe. Or a week later, probably yeah.
Obviously, the fight never went your way, or the decision never went your way, but there's a lot that say you actually won that fight. How do you feel about that fight?
We just got disqualified, isn't it? Like we won pretty much. I won every round. And I dropped them a couple. Yeah, it was a bit shit. Like, but I don't really care, man. Like, I honestly believe everything happens for a reason with everything. And like I've had a lot of controversy, as you know, in my life. And so when that happened, bro, I wasn't like too upset about it. To be honest, I remember in the moment, everyone around me was like, "What the fuck?" Like, didn't know what was going on, and I was like, "Nah, trust me. Like, whatever reason, like this is gonna be good. Like, everything happens, you know." I knew straight away. I was like, this will be like this will cause something good, you know. And I don't think there's anyone that's really watched the fight that thinks I've lost anyway. So it doesn't really bother me. I haven't got an apology from from the guy that runs it in England. And he's like, yeah, man, the stats don't lie, bro. What can I say? He's like, I'm not. I was in charge of the judges, my friend. You know, like
Yeah,
you know,
it's shit though, isn't it? It's shit.
it happens, man. I mean, it wasn't like it's like I mean, I hit him twice as many times. So it was like a bit of a landslide. Like it was a bit more obvious. I know people always complain about shit decisions, but I guess everyone thought mine was a lot more obvious. But everything happens for a reason. I guess like if that bad decision didn't happen, bro, a lot of people in Manchester were talking about it, and obviously I stayed in Manchester for a bit after the fight and sparred. You know, I was going to every gym sparring everyone, and I was there, and like I think it's what 6 months later, I'm co-mate on Misfits in Manchester now, so maybe everything happened the way it was supposed to for me to get on this show.
Definitely, everything happens for a reason, like you said. How did that feel, doing it bare knuckle rather than having the gloves on?
It's completely different, but it's like two different sports. You don't feel like every fight feels so. You don't really feel. I don't feel anything in a fight like it's the next day, but it's like a different game. Like you're not boxing like it's obviously. I honestly thought because the way I've grown up, being in heaps of street fights and that, I was a bit overconfident. I thought, oh yeah, I've been in heaps of fights, this would be right. But it was a completely different to even that. When you're under the lights and you got two guys that are both fully trained and at a high level for that moment, and you got a referee that breaks every time there's a bit of to make it stand up, so it's knuckle on skull pretty much the whole time. Um, it's pretty different, isn't it?
It is.
But it's probably suited. I think I like both boxing and I like bare knuckle. I'm suited to both, and yeah, like I don't. Yeah, it's just a different sport, man. Completely different.
Obviously, like you said, things happen for a reason. Now you've got this big fight on Misfits against Anthony Pretty Boy Taylor. How did that come about?
Well, I thought I was pretty close to fighting Tommy. Um, very close. And then Eddie Hall obviously is Eddie Hall. You can't argue with him fighting him. And then that's what's happening. But we're co-main event, and I like I'll beat Anthony Taylor, and then who knows what they'll probably line me up for Tommy on the next one, or someone like that.
Was it an easy fight to make?
Is the guy I'm fighting an easy fight?
Was it easy to make? Was it a no-brainer? You jumped straight in at it.
Nah, nothing's ever easy for me, bro. You should know that by now. Everything's a hurdle. I've since I saw you, since the gal, me and Billy Joe Saunders agreed to a bare knuckle fight, which is crazy because he they were chasing him for ages, from what I understand. He wanted a big number, and then I lured him out, and then he liked the way I lured him out, and he was like, "Look, I'll do it for the number that you want, which was lower, but it has to be Matty." And then they backpedaled on the number that they wanted the first time, so we both got fucked around there, me and Billy Joe. Um, and then there was, obviously he said, she said, and it is politics. So, and then I was supposed to fight. Then I was talking about fighting Tommy, and then it didn't happen. And then I was fighting Chase in Bali, but that was with another platform. And so he signed a contract while he was still fucking signed to Misfits because he's an idiot. So I was getting ready for that fight. I even had like I've never done weight training, but obviously Chase is bigger. So I had like a weight trainer come over and was doing like a diet where I was eating more foods and this and that to put on weight. And so now I've got to lose that again because I'm going back to my weight. And then through that process, I built a relationship with Mams. I think he respected me because we could have still done that fight, me and Chase, but it would have been morally wrong, because of he was still signing this and that. And then I built a relationship with Mams, and I think he respected that, and he's given me a 3-fight contract. And we were already talking about fighting on Misfits, all last year, and that it just had to make sense. So that's everything. Once again, when one door closes, another opens. I'm real happy and excited to be on Misfits. I was trying to get on Misfits last year, and now I'm there.
Take you back to the Billy Joe Saunders thing. I've seen a lot of things circulating. There was a bit circulating about you turning up to the pub looking for him.
Yeah, well, he sent an address, and I went there as quick as I could, and he knew that, and I think he liked it all. I think, like, social media, social media. We both will obviously fight. You know what I mean? Like, we're both, obviously my first bare knuckle fight. I jumped straight in with an Olympic gold medalist, so I think people know I'm not, scared to have a fight, and I don't think Billy Joe is either. So, not I think the fact that we're both not scared to have a fight, and also we both went on with it, and that, and I think he just liked the way I went about it, and we end up meeting up once we both agreed. Once we were arguing and not meeting at the pubs and all that, we end up agreeing on the phone. He agreed. He goes, "Look, I'll fight you in BKFC and blah." And then we end up meeting, and we actually went pretty far with it, bro. And then it wasn't our fault, and the fight didn't happen.
And going forward to your fight coming up against Anthony Pretty Boy Taylor, what are your thoughts on your opponent coming up? Do you know much about him?
Just that he thinks he's prettier than me, and I think he's pretty. That's pretty dumb. He did it. He did an interview the other day. This is how stupid he is, bro. I can't wait to put this interview up. He pretty much goes, "Oh, he's like, this guy's from Australia. He's like, who do they even have? Like, how can he even fight? Like, they got no one in Australia. He goes, the only fighter they got is Joseph Parker, who's from fucking New Zealand." You know what I mean? That's literally what he said in the interview, bro. I can't wait. Like, this interview's already out there, but I'm gonna put that part and I'm gonna put it up, bro, because fucking that's gonna get a lot of Australians pissed off. And also, what else did he say? He's like, "Oh, they're like, what are your attributes against this guy?" And he's like, "Man, I'm prettier than him." Fucking, oh man, I can't wait. I'm gonna have so much fun with this guy. Like, between now and the fights, it's gonna be fun, and then the fights is gonna be easy. So, like,
And is the
I
is
know,
the
fun.
is the title up for grabs in this fight?
Yeah, the world title. So he's got the Misfits world title.
Yeah.
He like his last fight wasn't for light heavyweight. He had to come up. He went up heaps of weight or something. That's why he still got the title. Um, but I mean, like, he's done all right. He hasn't. I don't think he's really fought anyone. He's just fought like big names. He's like, he's a famous, like he's a celebrity fighter, isn't he? But
Yeah.
he hasn't come across, apart from Darren, he hasn't fought and Darren just carried him and picked him apart, and I'm not going to be carrying. I'm just going to knock him out. So
So you're coming for the knockout. You're putting on a show.
I was always told never to go for a knockout, like because when you go to a fight and you try and knock someone out, it doesn't. It's like you got to be calm in a fight, which I will do, but I'm pretty sure I'm not going to carry him. Like when the knockout's there, which will be early, I'll knock him out. I think Darren, from what I've seen, probably carried him till the end, and I think I can't remember if it was a TK or a knockout right at the end, but it looked like he was carrying him. I've done a lot of rounds with Darren. Um, I won't be carrying him. So when I see that knockout, which will be early, yeah, I'll just knock him out.
And where are you training? Where's your camp going for this fight? Are you back over in Dublin or you got other
Yeah.
places?
So I'll be going to Ireland in a couple of weeks, and then I'll be over there and in England till the fight.
And obviously you're planning for the knockout and taking this title. Once that happens, what's next for you? Is the Tommy fight the next one you want, or is there other people in mind?
No, I think it's Tommy. It's what makes sense. I mean, Anthony Taylor's probably the biggest name on the roster. Um, but after Tommy Fury and KSI and Andrew Tate, and I don't think KSI and Andrew are fighting anymore. I definitely don't think Andrew will. He definitely won't fight me. So there's only Tommy left after Anthony Taylor for me, unless they bring someone else over. So and Tommy, I spoke to John Fury, and I think from what John has said, like he will fight me, and I believe John when he said that. I think he would fight me. I think it just needs to make sense, and after I beat Anthony Taylor, then it looks like that's what's next. I'm the co-main event. He's after me. I'm sure he signed a contract where he's on Misfits for a few fights. I've got 3 fights, so I'm sure that's what's next.
And you've obviously signed a 3 fight deal with Misfits. I know you can't look too far into the future, but do you want to carry on down this route? Is there any itching to get back in the bare knuckle, or do you just want to see what comes about?
I mean, James DeGale's the biggest. I fought on bare knuckle because it was James DeGale. I mean, when I was in prison training and telling people I'm going to conquer the world when I get out, it was the boxing world back then. There was no bare knuckle. There might have been, but we didn't know about it. So my heart's set on boxing, bro, because that's what I promised myself, and I'm pretty stubborn. But you know, James DeGale's obviously a great Olympic gold medalist. That's why I went there, and it was great to do that with Connor there running it as well and things like that. So it was cool. But you know, my I want to fight the best boxers in the world, and I was as I was a 15-0 boxer once, and there was too slow that way, and I was getting robbed in countries, and it just wasn't happening. So the celebrity boxing route, I mean, I would have kept going down that route, but I was happy to go the hard way. But then this happened, this celebrity boxing thing, if that's what you want to call it, happened, and I think I've told you that I want to have these big platform fights so that way I can fight the best in the world, as quick as I can. Um, and that's why I'm doing this, man. So like, if I fight Taylor, then I fight Fury, I beat Fury. Jake Paul has to fight me, I fight Paul. I can fight, Canelo Alvarez, and people go, oh, Canelo's not the best in your weight in the world. It's Bivol or better be. But for me, it's Canelo because when I was in prison, telling everyone's going to conquer the world, Canelo was the best in the world back then. He still is, going to go down as one of the greatest. So not that I wouldn't love to fight, the names I've just said, but that's just my pinnacle. That's my end game. So I fight Jake Paul. I get you Canelo, or back then it would have been Billy Joe Saunders, or in boxing, or whatever. So that's what I want to do. That's my thing. If bare knuckle, gave me Mike Perry, or they pulled someone great from like Billy Joe Saunders, then I'd probably do it. Right now, it's this is the 3 fights I think I'm going to have on in this Misfits journey. I think that's what's happening, and like they're just got to play it fight by fight, isn't it?
Obviously, like you said, when you was in prison, you had this dream of going forward and doing what you're doing exactly now. How did you carry on with the belief and having this dream? Because I know personally it hasn't been easy for you. So how did you keep the faith and carry on?
You have to, man. Like you can't not have it. Like it's either you have the faith and keep it, or you give up. I'm not going to give up.
And you keep doing it time and time again on the biggest stages in the world with the biggest names in the world, and you still get criticised a lot online. Do you listen to much of that criticism, or do you just shut it out and focus on the positivity?
Well, it's funny. It's funny. Are you still there?
Yeah, I'm still here, mate.
I just said unstable connection for me. It's funny you say that. I was getting criticised, but I'm actually starting to get a lot of support. I talk a lot about the criticism. If you go on my page and you see 50 nice comments, for example, and 5 hate comments, without even realizing it, you will remember them 5 hates because it's just how our brain works and things like that. And I get that because I've been, watching it for a while now. But it's funny, like I like to pick on the haters and this and that because it gets you more views and people like to hear it and they think it's funny and that. But to be fair, man, say I get like a few hundred messages or whatever, I get a lot of good messages, man. I get a lot of support. I get a lot of people like you, a lot of support, man. We don't talk, we obviously don't talk about it because what I've just said before. I might get one or two hate messages. It's just funny because that's what the mind sort of, I know what you mean by criticize. I'm always going to get criticized because of the way I've done things, bro. More than others, not as much to say you Jake Paul, who like he says things to make everyone hate him, which is obviously the best marketing thing that anyone's doing at the moment. But for me, I'm going to get criticized probably, more, not than him, but like more than your normal boxer you're going to support because I've done everything the untraditional way. I've told, everyone, I've literally, like, what boxing trainer or enthusiast out there is going to really like me or get behind me, bro? Like, I'm pretty much saying, mate, I train myself in a mirror. You don't need all that traditional stuff. You can go like do it all without it. It's going to be hard to get people behind you, bro. You know what I mean? And I'm doing it, and people don't like it, bro. A lot of people don't like it. There's a couple have been around a long time. Like obviously the blokes in Ireland, they like it. They get. It's even hard for them sometimes. He'll admit it. He will laugh to me about it. He goes, "It's hard for me, sometimes, but it is what it is." And there you go. At the end of the day, you just got to respect it. Like it's just very, very different. Um, it's not like I'm just like this guy that's just throwing random swings at people. I've trained. It's like if you had a boxing trainer train someone for like 15 years. I've trained for hours and hours and hours for 15 years. All my shots are just different and everything's done differently. I'm still very, very strong, relentless, and I've obviously got the right mindset. Um, so yeah, people just don't like what they're not used to seeing. You know what I mean?
Yeah, yeah. Well, like you said, I know you get a lot of love online, but I still see some of the criticisms. But like you said, all you can do is keep shutting them up by keep doing what you're doing because you're on the biggest stages in the world. You're fighting the biggest names, so there's nothing that can really argue against that, is there?
Nah, that's right, man. And I'm just showing, people that it can be done, man. The biggest message is that I'm trying to show every man is that it can be done. I know that I'm the first man in history to be doing what he's doing. Like no one's ever done what I've done. And I'm not saying that in an ego way, like I want not like as in like I want like I'm the first, I'm the only one that can do it. I'm saying the opposite of that. I'm saying any other man is capable, any other man can do what I'm doing, and I want people to follow and see like I'm setting an example because not what 30-year-olds sitting in prison right now, like there might be someone in there going, "Oh yeah, I'm gonna do this when I get out." Like they order, like when you're in prison, everyone talks shit, and they're like, "Yeah, I'm gonna do this and do that when I get out," but no one ever does. But now people are gonna be like, "Fuck, it's not just shit talk anymore, man." Like, fuck that, he fucking actually did it. So people like can sit there, 30 years old or whatever, or there could be a kid that's living on the streets at the moment, or a kid that's been abused, who can be like, "Fuck, I can turn my life. I can do this." Because not none of them do believe, bro. Even like I know that obviously because I was that kid, and that's the whole point of the message, man. And they all need to believe, like, and I hope they watch what I'm doing and they start, believing.
Well, you are paving the way and giving people hope and showing it can be done. So you're paving the way for them people. You're right there doing it and proving it, and it's good that you're on a mission, obviously for yourself, but for everyone else as well, which is good. It's good to see a lot of fighters are just in it for themselves, no message, no trying to help people, but you're the opposite. You're helping people along the way.
I always try and do, like, people ask me the question, like for example, the celebrity, if that's what you want to call it, boxing path is more of a selfless path. It's like, the money fights, so I can look after everyone and things like that. And my selfish reasons, which comes that, is I want to fight the best in the world. So I'm using myself as class and building that platform and trying to, I always try and put I try and put I try. I mean, we're all like sinners trying to be good, and it's the same with we're all selfish people trying to be selfless. So I try my hardest to be selfless on this journey, and that usually I think has been work. Like, I think is why I'm finally getting some success now.
Oh, it's great, and it's a great mission you're on, and I have no doubt that you'll take that title and beat Anthony, and then move on to better things. For everyone that wants to follow you and get behind you, where can they find you?
Just the Matty the Jedi Floyd, the Instagram, and there's a Facebook page there now that's doing all right, and there's other things too, but I don't know like what's going on with them. I think they need to start getting run by some social media person properly or something.
We wish you all the best, ladies and gentlemen. Matty the Jedi Floyd. Keep a lookout. The title's coming his way.
Thanks, brother. May the force be with you.
Thank you, brother.